To my way of thinking, men have only one real problem: other men. That's where all their trouble starts. Men gave away their power to other men: princes, kings, wizards, generals, and high priests. They gave it away because they believed what these other men told them. They bought the okey-doke, the bullshit. Men always buy the okey-doke when it comes from other men. A man will always buy the bullshit because a man is not too bright. But I'm not suggesting a man doesn't have a great deal to put up with. He does. First of all, a man has to make believe he knows what he's doing at all times. And while he's doing whatever it is he's doing, he has to make believe he doesn't need any help.
See, this is what I think about if I were you. Then you start thinking like, man, I've got this podcast that lots of people listen to. Has it ever happened where maybe some really intelligent person has manipulated me in an attempt to get me to disseminate some kind of information out into the world?
Good luck manipulating me, Duncan Trussell. I'm an American. I know what's up, bro. If someone is so good at manipulating people that they can manipulate me and change the way I think about things, well then, good luck.
This is the male disease. It's called being full of shit. The male disease includes the need to be in charge at all times. In charge, in control, in command. A real man sees himself as king of the hill, leader of the pack, captain of the ship. But all the while, in order to fit in and belong, he has to act like all the other men and do what they do, so he'll be accepted. The poor fuck. The poor, stupid fuck. His manliness also requires that he refuse to go to a doctor or a hospital unless it can be demonstrated to him that he has in fact been clinically dead for 6 months.
I just love how wearing a mask became like this fucking like soft thing that you were doing, like being courteous.
Bitches.
Being courteous. Why is it for bitches? That was so stupid.
A mask. First of all, it's not.
God, you're so tough with your fucking open nose and throat. Gee, Joe, and your 5 o'clock shadow. This is a man right here. A man doesn't wear a mask. Why does it always become like that? It's always like the man versus the bitch.
Therefore, he must learn to ignore pain. It doesn't really hurt. Bleeding from 6 holes in the head doesn't really hurt. Just give me the remote and get me a beer and get the fuck out of here. Most men learn this stupid shit from their fathers.
You know, I'm sure that's true. That is, from what she described, Trump's father was also a cruel, sadistic, probably psychopathic man. So growing up with such a person, you learn to either be a victim or you learn to be a victimizer. It's a kind of response to helplessness. If your choices are you have to be the victim or you have to be the victimizer, you choose the victimizer if you are that sort of person.
All the problems in the world, repeat, all the problems in the world can be traced to what fathers do to their sons. The poor fucks. The poor, stupid fucks. Dads introduce their sons to the wonderful world of men, the male subcultures, the really tough guy, masculine He-Man stuff. No wimps, no pussies, no softies. There are 5 deadly male subcultures, and they all overlap. The car and machinery culture, the police and military culture, the outdoors and gun culture, the sports and competition culture, and the drug and alcohol culture. And as a bonus, I'm going to throw in one more. The let's go get some pussy and beat the shit out of queers culture. As I say, they all overlap. Many men belong to all 6. This male universe is, of course, detectable by analyzing its combustible chemical formula. Gasoline, gunpowder, alcohol, and adrenaline. A chemistry rendered even more lethal by that ever-present, ever-delightful accelerant, testosterone. Talk about substance abuse? If it's chemical dependency you're interested in, you might want to look into testosterone. Testosterone! The most lethal substance on Earth. And as it happens, all these male subcultures share a particular set of features. Homophobia, coupled with an oddly ironic, complete childlike trust in male authority. Men are attracted to powerful men. They measure themselves by the size of their guns, the size of their cars, the size of their dicks, and the size of their wallets. All contests that no man can win consistently.
He said I had small hands. Actually, I'm 6'3", not 6'2", but he said I had small hands. They're not small, huh? I never heard that one before. I've always had people say, Donald, you have the most beautiful hands. Right?
And let me tell you why all this happened. All human fetuses begin as females. The brain itself is basically female until hormones act on it to make it structurally male. So in reality, all men are modified females. Where do you think those nipples came from, guys? Maybe that's what's bothering you. Is that what's on your mind, Bunky? That would explain the hostility.
I'm a pussy.
I am not gay.
Man shit. It's nature's supreme joke. Deep in the womb, men start out as the good thing and wind up as the crappy thing. Not all men, just enough. Just enough to fuck things up. And the dumbest part of it all is that not only do men accept all this shit, half of it they do to themselves.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to let me know if this video pissed you off, or if you agree. This is a new channel with weekly content, and for a similar video on how small people can seem big, click here, or subscribe.